Good morning. This is Tara Marshall, and this is week 6. Week 6 discussion, the question asked was, discuss a time that you had a growth or a fixed mindset. Mine is actually going to be very relevant to this year. I'm a new assistant principal at Westbrook High School, and I had senior class. And within the senior class, they have had 4 new assistant principals every year. So they're reluctant to change, and they're also very reluctant to new people coming into, I guess, the leadership position of their class because they've had a new one every year. So my very first senior class meeting, I was booed. Not by one, but by several students. And these students were, very emphatic with their booing. And I took that upon myself I think I got immediately red in hives, and I was just anxious and like, oh my gosh. But, they saw that. And my response to them was countered with a joke of some sort or a gesture, just to kind of ease the moment and to make light of the situation that just happened. I came back to my office and reflected. I reflected on why did they do that, and what in the world I just got myself into. So whenever I came back, I had to ask myself those 2 questions, and I realized that they did not trust. Hearing that their past has been a different AP every year and they were not sure of the change and what I was going to try to enforce and all of those things, they weren't really sure. So we had the opportunity to get to know them. I started off with my Valentine were, as well as my student body president. I learned to take time to get to know my students who were athletes and the students who weren't. I took time to build those relationships and to see them at lunch, and to open the doors for them in the mornings, and just to really show them that, hey, I'm not here to make any sort of difference on your endeavors, or I'm not trying to alter the transgression of your senior year, but I am here to help you in any way that I can. This year with the pandemic, I reached out to every single one of them, touched base with them and let them know that, hey, I'm here. And I chose to have that growth mindset within all of this, because if I would have chosen to shut down or fixated on that, I could not have had a successful year. They hate me. It is what it is, and just give up. But I decided that's not the route that I wanted to go. That I did want to build relationships with these students, and I did want to be there for them throughout this process of this year. And I am glad I did that. Why is it important to be a self-leader? I feel like, and why is it important to lead others? I feel like if I would have shut down, I would not have been a true representation to what they needed. And I would have succumbed to the pressures of, what was comfortable for me instead of what was comfortable for them. And so I do feel like leading others and leading my staff and leading people around me comes from the initiative that I have to take within my own self-leadership, so that I can fully lead others to ability of their next level or their next potential. And one of the things that I really liked from this week, just a side note, is, I feel like my job to the kids and to my students is, if my human ability is to see and to know that yet is an option, then it is my responsibility to give them that option. It is my responsibility to give them the hope that because the situation is rough right now, doesn't mean that situation is going to continue to be that way.